Well, it was a great game. I'm sure everyone realizes it was a hard-earned win for us. SMU started off great, got a lot of momentum, leading at the half, and I give our guys a lot of credit, showed a lot of character, but just kept battling, finally, cut the lead, took a lead, and was able to really close the game out well, I thought. I give Coach Lanier a lot of credit for how his team played. I thought they played with great energy, great effort, and they were very tough, throughout the 40 minutes of the game.
Okay, do we have questions from in here? On the left.
Joseph Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Johnny, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but that start from SMU, obviously you guys beat them by 32 the one time you played them previously. What do you kind of credit that start for you guys, that slow start and the fast start for them?
Well, I mean, I think they just played really well to start the game off. Remember, we played them in our place. They didn't have Phelps. Phelps, their leading scorer, one of the best players offensively. And he makes a huge difference. People don't understand when you have guys absent, things can become more challenging. And I think he's done a really good job considering what he's had to deal with. But, I thought our guys really made the adjustment. As the game went on, I thought we really started recognizing what he could do, what Phelps could do. And we started game planning better in the second half against him. But, it was I think he made a big difference in their team. A lead guard, a guy that has experience. And that was probably one of the reasons why the game was a little bit different from last game.
Anybody with a question right here?
Hey, CJ, you really started to turn it on there in the second half. Finished with 18 points in the second half. What seemed to be working there for you in the second half? Obviously, you had to make some adjustments there after trailing at the first half. What was working for you there in the second half to get going like that?
Well, they went zone most of the first half, and when they went man second half, we decided to start using a lot of pick and roll coverage and to attack the bigs off the screen using my speed, and that was working, so we just kept rolling with that.
Anyone? No.
Taylor, you guys out-rebounded them significantly last time. This time a little bit closer, and they had an advantage in the first half. Did you maybe sense that they kind of came a little bit crashing the boards a little bit, and there's maybe more emphasis from them to get some rebounds?
Oh yeah, definitely. Compared to the first game, those guys were crashing a lot harder. Samuelson, he had 6 offensive rebounds, and I was guarding him, so he was doing a good job getting around me. But
we're gonna make Taylor run a lot of sprints after this interview.
But yeah, they were definitely the emphasis was on the rebounds for sure for them.
Anyone else in the room? Chuck, you want to go to Zoom?
Sure, we can go to Jason Beatty from the Orlando Sentinel, please.
I mean, in the last time out, we were up and we were just talking about how we just need to close it out because we've been in that position so many times. So, we just talked amongst ourselves and, told each other that we just need to close it out this time.
Okay, next we'll go to Kyle Nash, please, black and gold banneret.
I mean, it's great, definitely gives us a lot more confidence heading into the next one. And, we're definitely going to watch film on this game, try to improve like we always do, and just get ready for the next one.
Okay, next one will be from Trace Trilko, please.
Coach, first for you, your team did a much better job of getting to the free throw line in the second half. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we were more aggressive, trying to touch the paint. We tried to open the floor up a little bit more, let our guards, get downhill. And I thought they did a good job of it. We wanted to get more opportunities where, where we're putting ourselves in a position where either we get into the basket and finishing or we're getting fouled. And I thought our guys were really good playing off each other in that regard.
CJ, for you, more clutch at the free throw line. Just talk about your confidence, especially in those last few moments.
My teammates believe in me at the free throw line. They're just telling me to take your time, knock it down, and
you trying to say your coach don't believe in you?
My coach believes in me as well. So, yeah, we go over free throws every day, and just sticking to my same routine, not switching anything up, and just watching it go through the net.
Next for Brandon Helwig, please.
And this is for Coach Taylor. Coach, just what are your thoughts about the American Freshman of the Year results that came out yesterday? I mean, I guess there's two really good freshmen in this conference, but I know Taylor won the Rookie of the Week, I think, 9 times, and his stats are excellent. Just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on when you think Taylor is clearly deserving of Freshman of the Year.
Rob.
Jarris is a really good player, so, either way, it could have gone to me or him. Either way is deserving, so, I'm not really, tripping about it because he's a great player. He had a great season. Their team had a great season, so, he deserves it.
And I'll say something similar. In this game, to the victor go the spoils. And, I thought Taylor had a terrific year, and arguably you could make a case for either one of those two young men. We all know that. And so I guess the deciding factor is what team is on top of the other team when it's close like that. And they had a really good year. They won our conference, and so to the victor go the spoils. But that doesn't diminish anything that Taylor accomplished this year. I mean, I think people around the country, people in our conference, everyone realizes how good a player he is. And for me, as his coach, and I was the same way as a player, I use those things as motivation. Personally, and I hope he uses it as motivation to continue his journey of how good he can become as a player.
My vote was to Taylor.
Next, we'll go to Eric Lopez, please.
For CJ, take me through that play where you drive and kick it to Horton in the corner for 3, go up 4, 72-68, from what you saw.
Well, we was running a lot of pick and roll the whole second half, and I was looking to the corner for the lob the whole time, and it's like for that split second, if it's not there, then I'll just try to get the layup. But they was doing a good job of not like really. Well, I don't know if it's a good job, but they wasn't really coming over. And at one time that they helped out, I seen IT in the corner, and we work on those passes all the time in practice. I probably should have taken off at 2 feet. That's what we work on, but I got it through this time. So yeah, I found IT right in the corner, right where he usually is.
Coach, obviously you and I talked about earlier with Darius' injury, CJ's had to be kicking out of times to run the offense. It really seemed to pay off today with his great decision-making in that second half, looking for a shot, also looking for his teammate.
No, definitely. And I told him that during the season because he said he hadn't been on the ball as much, in college. And I'm like, well, you're going to be on the ball a lot more for us because, we have a guard that goes down. He's going to be out to start the season for 5 weeks. So you're going to have to learn on the job really fast. And to his credit, he really embraced it. I think he enjoys now being more of a combo guard than just playing off of it. He realizing all the things he's capable of doing because not only is he a really good scorer, but he's a good facilitator. And we saw that in the workouts and in practice. So that's why we didn't hesitate moving him to that position when Darius went down earlier in the season. And I think we've benefited from it now because when we're in situations, I can put anyone on the ball, not anyone. I can put CJ or Darius or Jalen on the ball and feel confident.
Okay, time for a couple more. We'll go Kyle Nash again, Black and Gold Banneret.
Coach, in the second half, obviously a lot of things bounced back there. Of course, Michigan in particular, Ithiel Horton was mentioned earlier that he hit the big shot that kind of took him to free throws there at the end. What do you say about this group with being Ithiel or even CJ, guys bouncing back and getting big in the second half? What was the mind that changed, and what does that say about your group's resolve?
They live in the moment. A lot of times when you can't, break out of something like, oh, I missed a few shots, that's because you're still living in the past. You're not going to the next play and the next thing that's going to happen on the floor for you. And I think these guys have a short memory and they have the ability to kind of move on after one play, whether good or bad, and whether miss shot or make, to move on to the next play. And I think that's really helped them.
And for you guys, is there a particular moment or play where you feel like where you felt the spark kind of happen in that second half that really got it going?
I would say when C.J. Kelly wrapped around that pass to IT in the corner and he hit that 3, I felt like, yeah, that was the spark right there.
I felt like it was when we started getting defensive stops. I appreciate him, but when we started playing actually defense, and we started getting stops, and the team started to believe, let's turn this up a notch. And I'll give credit to Jalen Young. He's really our spark when it comes to that picking up full court.
You guys now have a quick turnaround with Memphis tomorrow. This is the Memphis team. You guys have played well all season. Obviously, beat them in double overtime. You lost to them by 1 at their place. What are you guys looking forward to do this time around, and what do they do that makes them such a special team?
Well, we have to go back to the tape and see exactly, what we have to do, study them, and start, building out our game plan. Right now, it's all about watching tape and figuring out what we have to do in this next game. These games are always uniquely different, as you know, because everyone's making adjustments, and so we have to find out what adjustments we need to make going forward for tomorrow's game.
Okay, we'll take the last one, Trace Trilko, please.
Coach, you talked earlier about the slow start, and so what do we have to do differently to get off to a better start, not have that mountain to overcome throughout the game?
Well, in this one, Trace, to be quite frank, I thought we got some really good looks to start the game. I thought our first 3 to 5 shots were really good shots that we really wanted. They just didn't go. I mean, it's going to be like that some nights. And I'm glad our guys, when we came to the timeout, we just talked about, don't worry, the offense is running well. We're getting good looks. The thing we have to do is we have to just settle into the game. It's a long game, and just keep defending. And that's what we were preaching, throughout a lot of the timeouts, because we saw the shot selection and the shots we were getting. We felt good with a lot of them. So it's one of those things where I get off to a better start. Just need to see the ball going a little more earlier in a game like this, and that will happen.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Have a nice day.